Mumbai rain has brought most parts of the city to a grinding halt. In fact, heavy rains have hit Mumbai and its surrounding areas in the last 24 hours, leading to widespread waterlogging and disruption of suburban train services. Some of the areas in the city, they have recorded over 300 millimeter of rainfall within 6 hours. That is from 1 a.m. to 7 a.m. on Monday. Now, the India Met Department has issued an orange alert for Mumbai, Thane, Palghar, as well as the Konkan belt. Vikroli's Veer Savarkar Marg Municipality School and MCMCR Powai. It saw the highest rainfall in the last 24 hours as over 315 millimeters of rainfall was recorded. In fact, over 50 flights they have been cancelled due to the downpour. Several airlines they took to the social media to warn the passengers and urge them to check flight status before leaving for the airport. In fact, the visuals from across the city, it showed people wading through waist-deep waters and cars lined bumper to bumper on Mumbai roads. All the government, private and municipal schools and colleges, they have been shut across the city. By the Met Department, like I said, has issued an orange alert for Mumbai, Thane and adjoining areas.
बारिश हुई है रात से, ये ज़्यादा हुई है, 65 mm से ज़्यादा होती है तो अतिवृष्टि जैसी परिस्थिति होती है. अभी तो 267 से 300 mm बारिश गिरी है. ये बारिश जो है ये कम समय में गिरी है और जो पूरी तरह व्यवस्था जो है कैरिंग कैपेसिटी है उससे बहुत ज़्यादा, कई गुना ज़्यादा ये बारिश हुई है. और इसलिए रेलवे के ट्रैक पे भी पानी आया है. पंप, रेलवे ने 200 पंप लगाया है, 480 पंप कारपोरेशन के है, वो पूरी तेजी से काम कर रहे हैं और पानी फेंकने का काम शुरू है. और अभी आपने देखा कि ट्रेन भी ऐसा सब शुरुआत हुई है और रोड में भी अभी हमने यहाँ पर देखा सब 5000 स्पॉट इसमें दिखते हैं. सब रोड पे अभी ट्रैफिक शुरू हुई है.
And my colleagues Radhika Ramaswamy joins us from Marine Drive and Anuj Rayate, he's in Worli. Radhika, let me come across to you first. What is the situation like at the moment? And year after year, it's we witness the same scenes on a yearly basis, and nobody seems to learn a lesson.
That's right. Year after year, it's the same scene in Mumbai, especially when monsoon strikes. Now, I'm in Marine Drive. Of course, this is where, the high tide was witnessed some time back. In fact, high tide witnessed across the coast. Of course, Marine Drive is one of the areas from where we can see the sea clearly. And as you can see, visible high tide here. High tide is visibly swelling here and powerful waves, in fact, hitting the coast at this point. In fact, this is in the wake of continuous rainfall that we've been seeing since yesterday morning till from about 1 a.m. till 7 a.m. is when we saw 300 mm rainfall. Post which, of course, there was a break and then it started raining once again. And when you look at Marine Drive as a whole, this is a place where thousands of people gather, but all of them have been asked to leave this place as a result of high tide situation and the furious waves that is sort of lashing the coast at this point. So as a result of which, people have been asked to stay away from the coast. People have been asked to stay away from roads as well. People have been asked to stay put in their homes. That's the precautionary measure, precautionary message being given by authorities here. Chief Minister Eknath Shinde did take a press conference saying that all the departments are on alert, including the BMC, the railways, the army, the coast guard, all of them on alert. There are multiple, layer of security here, like cops all across Marine Drive. If I can ask my cameraman to pan across and show you the security deployment here to ensure that people do not come next to the coast. So that's what we are seeing in Marine Drive. This is, of course, South Bombay, where we don't see much waterlogging on a yearly basis. It's usually in the suburbs, especially in areas like Kurla, Sion, Parel, King Circle, Powai. These are the places where we see immense waterlogging that was witnessed in the morning as well. But waterlogging has subsided in many areas as far as train connectivity is concerned. Even that per se is back and is restored now. There were delays, cancellations as far as central and harbour trains are concerned, but those services have been restored. As far as air traffic, airlines are concerned, multiple cancellations, at least about 50 flights cancelled to and fro Mumbai. But traffic congestion is something we've been seeing a lot since morning, especially on the suburbs. Here we are not seeing as much traffic. Things are under control as far as waterlogging and traffic is concerned. But people asked to not get out of their homes. That's the precautionary message being sent by the authorities. And of course, waves lashing across the the coast. That is something that we are witnessing, not just in Marine Drive, but also at Worli, where Anuj is standing, and many other areas, including Bandra, where near the seaside, people are being asked to not take any leisurely walk or, stay put. So that's the situation in Mumbai. Things slightly under control, but if it starts raining heavily again, then perhaps it is going to cause a lot of inconvenience, especially since, it's a working day today and several people in their offices, because they were struggling to get to their offices in the morning. And that is something that we will witness in the evening as well if the rains continue to lash the city.
Right. In fact, Anuj Raite is also there with us from Worli. Anuj, what is the situation like in the adjoining areas near Worli? Because we have seen pictures coming from Andheri, we have seen pictures from Dadar, Kurla, etc., where there has been massive waterlogging, the traffic has been disrupted. Firstly, what is the situation like at the moment? And secondly, it raises a lot of questions over the inefficiency of the authorities who are responsible.
Well, you see, the problem here today is the inconsistency between how the situation has unfolded. You look, the rainfall was extremely high, as stated before by Radhika, from 1 a.m. till 7 a.m. and that caused most of the problems here, as far as traffic is concerned, as far as, of course, the railways is concerned. But throughout the day, ever since the morning, there has been inconsistent rainfall, nothing that comes close to what happened last night, but the damage was already done. As a result, we could see that there were delays in all the different, in all the three lines of the railways, and there was also traffic congestions in different parts of the city. The most affected areas were the ones which are, of course, on the outskirts of the city, or sometimes even the town area of the city. But then you see the impact got a little stronger towards the central part of the city as we went across the day because of the consistent rainfall. And there were several sections of the road, there were several bypasses which stayed underwater for a long period of time. And although the tracks were clear of the water, the roads were clear of the water, but there were several bypasses and also several subways which still till now have the water which got accumulated there in the morning. At the moment we are standing here in the Worli Chowk area, and as you can see, the traffic here is not as bad as it was some time ago. Of course, you see it's still dark here, and it is expected, of course there's a bit of drizzle here as well, but it is expected that the situation as far as the traffic is concerned might get little worse in an hour or so, because the second peak, the second rush hour of the city will start soon as people start coming home from their jobs. Of course, many asked for work from home because of the heavy rainfall in the morning and the entire civic infrastructure breakdown in the morning. As a result, several trains were shut down. But now there has been considerably less amount of rain throughout the day, and several areas have been made free of waterlogging, but there still remains a question on the frequency of the trains, especially as far as the Harbour line and the Central line is concerned.